It's good, y'all. It's your boy Cozy Boy Don, man. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? Got my boy Kenny Mac back in the building. We got another episode of the Cozy Corner for y'all, man. We back. Another week.
19.
Um, yeah, we on 19. We're almost at the Dub Club, man. The
Yep.
Dub Club, man. And before we start, I wanna shout out to somebody. I got this comment on our last episode on YouTube yesterday. I don't want to forget bro's name. So hold on 1 second. Gabe Dudley. Last video, he left a comment saying, "Good shit, y'all the goats." Gabe Dudley, appreciate you, my boy. Shout out to
Said that
you.
on said that on podcast.
Yeah, the last episode.
Okay, shout out to Gabe.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to you, my boy. Appreciate the love.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but before we get into anything, how was your week, my guy? Good.
Shit, bro. We just been working.
I feel it.
That's about it. Chilling.
Yeah,
How
same for
about you?
me. Same for me. It's just I had a good week though. Like, if y'all don't know, I sent him some. I sent a couple people some. I got coming in the works for y'all later this week. Be ready. It's gonna be crazy. I'm still working on it now, but I'm hyped about that.
Is that the
Um,
intro?
yeah, I'm hyped
Yeah,
about that.
which is definitely hot.
Yeah, I'm working on that now. Probably gonna come out either Tuesday or Wednesday. I still gotta finish editing everything up. Everything else is recorded. I just need to edit it. So be on the lookout for that coming up later. It's a new series we got coming out. It's gonna feature a few players that's going dumb this season. So be on the lookout for that. Um, and I've been getting into my cooking bag too. You know what I'm saying? I cut my finger last night cutting an onion. But other than that, everything's been smooth. You know what I'm
How people
saying?
see fast.
I was moving too fast, yeah. And I was cutting at a weird angle, and I was like, God damn it. But into the sports, man. Today is Sunday, January 30th. Um, we got some football going down today. Two games. The NFC and AFC championships is going down. Last week was a movie. It was crazy. Both games. How many games? Yeah, all four games was crazy.
Yeah.
All four games last week were wild. Everything came down to legitimately the last play. Like, for real. Um, we'll start with Kansas City and Buffalo. Bro, that game was absolutely, positively insane, bro.
Yeah.
It was a
That's all you had.
four scores in the last minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah. Probably. Definitely multiple.
Bro, that was crazy. That's going to be a battle for like the next, I don't know how long in the NFL between those two quarterbacks. And those two teams. Not even just the quarterbacks, those two teams. Because
Yeah.
it'll be pushed into just being the quarterbacks. But those two teams are great. Gabriel Davis had 4 touchdowns.
Might be looking at two darns.
Four
Awesome.
touchdowns. And that last touchdown was absolutely great. It was disgusting.
Wasn't bad.
I was watching the game with some people by family. They was like, "How did he fall?" I was like, "He got done up." What you mean? He put that foot in the ground, went back the other way. He was out of there.
And he wasn't really moving that much compared to the receiver.
He was just he was just backpedaling when that boy put that foot in the ground. He had to move. Ooh, it's done with. It's over with. But that was a
So
gutsy
then,
win, man, from the Chiefs.
hey, I'm expecting nothing less from Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen.
Nah,
Boy, it's crazy.
and
Boy, it's
they
crazy.
lost. They lost Tyron Matthew to begin the game. Um,
Thought that was gonna be it.
Ward went out for a period of time in that game too, so they was down at top corner and their starting safety. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying. But they ended up pulling it out, and they got the Bengals today.
So blow.
And speaking of the Bengals went on the road and got Tennessee up out of there. No disrespect to Tennessee, I wanted to see the Bengals play the
Yeah,
Chiefs. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying. So I was a bit happy about that.
yeah, Tennessee wasn't ready for that.
The Bengals won the game and Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, they better come. They better have something today. 'Cause
Oh my
they not
god.
Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Melvin Ingram. They get boys better be blocking it today.
Hell yeah. But they played was that maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and that game was crazy too. So
It
I'm
was.
expecting another certified hood classic.
Or the Bengals about to get spanked. One of the two.
Okay, so we got our two teams in the AFC. Who do you think is gonna win the game?
Chiefs.
I'm going. I'm going with Chiefs too, and a part of me wants the Bengals, but at the same time, it's like I feel like the Chiefs got it. Like they just have it.
Like you just said, they just played 4 weeks ago. I don't see Patrick Mahomes losing to him twice.
You never know. I mean, but at the same time, the Bills built the same thing with the Bills. They beat the Chiefs early in the season and came back, and But
Yeah, Mahomes
some
not getting what?
some of the traces the Bengals is showing is like it's great. Like the swag is out of this world for that team. The Bengals swag is so crazy, bro. Like Joe Burrow is cool as ice.
Boy, nah.
Like he's cold as hell. Then you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd out there, and you can't forget C.J. Uzama, and you can't forget the boy Joe Mixon back there toting the rock too.
Definitely can't forget that.
So I mean, all five of them got swag too. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then that defense low key got some hitters. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Bates, Trey Hendrickson, Von Bell. Like they got some hitters over there, bro. So it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a battle, and I got the Chiefs coming out on top. Now
Yeah.
to the NFC. NFC was wild too. You can't forget the Rams and the Buccaneers. To start the game, I was like, okay. Going into the game, like before kickoff, I was sitting down here, like in the same exact seat, looking to my right, other screen. I was like, I have a feeling that the Rams are probably gonna run they shit, just because the Rams are healthy and the Bucs aren't. Like
Yeah.
Mike Evans was out there, but there was no Chris Godwin, there's no AB. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you lose those two guys, what does that open up for a defense that's got a hell of a pass rush?
Lose those two guys, there's no chance at a championship.
And then you flip it to the other side, and you got a secondary that's been suspect the whole year, going against Cooper Kupp, who I think should win the MVP. Odell Beckham. You know what I'm saying? Van Jefferson. Cam Akers was toting that rock, and Matthew Stafford he's really good. So it's like
Cut for MVP. I like that. I won't be mad at that.
when they went up 28-7, I was like, yeah.
28-3.
Wait, 20. It was
27-3.
27-3, and I was like, yeah. So I had left, and I get back in the house. I'm like, what the hell is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is going on? They keep fumbling the ball, throwing picks, and I'm like, don't tell me they finna sell the bag.
They just start giving it away.
Don't tell me they finna sell the bag. And that boy Brady, if you keep giving him chances, he gonna kill you.
Man, I didn't see the first half. I was asleep. So when I woke up, it was 27-3, started the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I knew, I was like, yeah, Brady about to do some great. That's just the vibe I was getting. Like, ain't no way he about to go out like that.
And it was to the point where I was just like sitting on the couch like laughing. I was like, they really finna sell this bag. And did they tie the game? Did the Bucs tie the game, or did they take the lead? I can't remember. Before that last drive, I feel like they tied. No, I think they took the lead.
Somebody got hit on the end zone. Mike Evans got hit on like.
But no, that was a couple drives before, because that play had controversy because Eric Weddle had hit him, but the ball hit the ground first. So it was like it was a dead ball penalty, so it ended up being turnover and downs anyway. But the 15 yards had gotten forced, and then Cam Akers on the next play like fumbled the ball, and then they got it right back.
Yeah, I don't know what the score was there and all that shit, but I know it wasn't that much time left when all that shit was happening.
Yeah, either the Bucs tied the game with a touchdown after that fumble or not, and I was like, okay. And the MVP of the NFL stepped up, made a big catch, got him in field goal range, and they won the game. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see the Rams go all the way. I ain't going to hold you. The 49ers won the game against the Packers, which was absolutely stupid, too. Like, that game was massively – that was a defensive battle. It was boring for the most part if you're into, like, scoring. But block punt and a field goal to win the game. I mean, Ain't nothing too much really to talk about with that game. There was an uproar about Jimmy G not playing well and people not taking it well, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later on. But going into this game, I got the Rams. Who do you have between the Rams and the 49ers?
See, I don't know. For the betting purposes, I'm taking the Niners plus 3.5. Just 'cause I think it's gonna be a close game. But for the game, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't like the Niners. Niners hot right now. I mean,
They are.
both teams hot.
They
So.
indeed are.
I don't know. I just like you was talking about that swag with them Bengals. I like that 49ers swag. 49ers, they playing for real. So.
But I just with they're going up against, I don't know. They said Trent Williams is questionable against that pass rush. I don't know.
Trent gonna be out there, but how healthy is he gonna be
against that pass rush? I don't know.
Hey, gonna be a game.
I don't know. I can't tell.
George Kittle gonna have to help out in the blocking game for sure. It'll be a long day. So,
yeah.
But George Kittle's that type of guy, so don't give me the Niners.
Okay.
Barely.
Barely?
Barely. It's gonna be a good ass game.
Yeah. All right. So, what you had the Chiefs and the 49ers in your Super Bowl?
Yeah. Rematch. I guess both of them would be rematch. No.
Yeah.
Rams was Patriots.
Yeah. That would be a rematch. Yeah.
And then that game when the Chiefs and the
from
Rams
2 years ago.
Yeah, 50 something, whatever they was doing. So can't go wrong with either games.
No, not at all. And I got the Rams and the Chiefs. I need to see that. I need that in my life. I need to inject it into my veins. That's facts.
I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes running for his life like last Super Bowl.
You think the Chiefs? I mean, I don't know, man.
This year he been moving though. Last year he wasn't healthy in the playoffs.
Yeah, he had that toe.
This year we see a healthy Patrick Mahomes. That nigga is going crazy.
Going dumb. Dummy. All right, so we got our Super Bowl predictions out the way. Moving on from that, we got the losers of the game. We got some interesting stuff going on. Yesterday, Saturday, there was an announcement by ESPN that Tom Brady is retiring. We don't know if he's actually retiring or not because there's been like conflicting stories, and his dad said he didn't make a decision. The Bucs said he didn't make a decision yet, and Adam Schefter apologized. I have no idea what's going on. I don't. If Tom Brady is retiring, I love you, Tom Brady. You did a lot of great stuff. You are an inspiration to not just me, but a lot of people, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like to be that much of a maniac is absolutely insane to play for 22 years.
Yeah, and shit, Adam Schefter kind of messed up because if he is retiring, it's hard to duplicate that emotion again.
I mean, but even with that, like the mortality of like sports figures is like it's desensitized for me now because of like what just passed, like the anniversary, not the anniversary, like the day that Kobe passed away 2 years ago. Like after that, it just like made me appreciate everything so much more. Like with LeBron, I just appreciate everything that he does. I appreciate everything that he does because it's like you never know like how long something like that is gonna go for or something like that.
Yeah, not even gonna lie. Even when Big Ben we thought it was his last game on that's Monday night game or Sunday night game, whatever it was. I definitely was like, damn, I was getting that vibe too, like on some not Kobe Bryant last game, but something similar to that. It's just like, damn, really this nigga last game.
Yeah, and it's like these are people that we grew up watching, and the new era. Hold on. Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted by a house phone, which I don't know why we still have. Where was I? We were talking about Big Ben and like the mortality, not mortality in life, but just like the end of careers for the sports figures that we grew up watching, and those were the guys at the upper echelon of the leagues that we watched as we grew into adults, and now we're getting into the new era, and It's kind of cool to see it now though, because you could kind of see the signs of the torches being passed from guys like LeBron or guys like Tom Brady, or you know what I'm saying, and then the young guys are coming up and actually starting to try to beat them. You know?
That's exactly what I was thinking last night. I was like, shit, Tom Brady left the league in good hands.
Yeah.
I don't know, but LeBron was hurt. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even want to think about that. I'm just enjoying what he's doing right now.
You know, I don't know if there's, I don't know if there's gonna be better here.
I was like watching something. I don't remember what it was, but it's like he has been at like the apex since I was 5 years old.
Both of them.
I am 23 years old. I turned 24 this year. LeBron has been going dumb for 19 years. And you turned your mic. It looked like your mic is off.
That's all.
It's on? Oh shit. Oh, it was just turned the other way. The sound was kind of drowned out. Say something again.
Yo.
All right, cool. But like I was just going back to see like the stuff he was doing in Cleveland, like the first time, like 04, 05, shit like that. It's like crazy. I just think that to be doing that for that long is absolutely insane. Like,
oh, it is, huh?
Yes. What else we got going on? You want to talk about college basketball for a little bit? We had a big day yesterday. You seen some stuff that you like?
Yeah, I like yesterday. Big 12 SEC, that bump.
I still think college football needs to do that. They need to do that.
Yeah. That'll really end niggas' seeds. That'll either make or break the seed.
That's what it's for. It's competition, you know?
Yeah,
Competition brings the best out of everybody. Even if you lose in a situation, it brings the best out of you because you know you got to be better.
Those conferences are very, very similar in basketball.
Yeah.
That might be the best challenge.
Facts. Like to start the day, I kind of wanted to go to Michigan State, but Michigan makes me upset, so I didn't watch too much of that game. I was really tuned in to LSU and TCU. LSU, since Will Wade has been the coach, I don't know how long he's been the coach, but all of his teams have the same type of attitude. Like they're always physical. They always have an edge, and they don't take any shit from anybody. You know?
Definitely a new team out there. I was like, who is these niggas?
Yeah.
No, none of these.
They have, if you don't know, their team is so interesting because they have a couple of guys that could go to the NBA, like Tari Eason. He's interesting. But outside of that, you got veterans like Darius Days, who's been there for 4 years. And then you got some younger freshmen. I'm blanking on bro name. He's from Baltimore. I think his last name is like Goodwin or something like that. Number 0. He's a point guard. But their actual point guard, Pinson, who's come back from injury, he didn't play that much. And Eric Gaines is an interesting point guard because he's very athletic, like OD athletic. He's like a 40-inch vert, fast as all get out, but he's 6'2". And you know how much that young man weighs? He weighs 150 pounds. But he's like super duper fast and everything like that. And then if you flip it over to the TCU side, TCU is not well known as a college basketball team, but they put out some guys now. Like if just for instance, like Desmond Bain played at TCU, he's a dog. And they got another dog over there, Mike Miles. Mike Miles is a dog. He's gonna be in the league.
Ever since you told me about him, like when I went to the game, I was like, he alright. But as I've been watching him more on TV, he's tough. He definitely that's a point guard right there.
Facts. He's tough.
Definitely a point guard right there.
He's gonna be in the NBA next year. So that was interesting. Auburn, the number 1 team in the country, play Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a cool team. They're a good team. They're coached by Porter Moser, who was the coach for Loyola Chicago. Went to Final Four twice. That's crazy.
He's in the Final Four?
Yeah.
Twice?
I think twice. Let me look it up. I have a computer here in front of me. I'm
From
gonna
what?
use it.
No, he's when I seen that, I was like, oh shit. That's what I like about the college game, though. Moving on up. 10 years from now, we might see him in the NBA.
No, he went to 2 Sweet 16s. There's one Final Four in 2018, the year when they went on that crazy run.
They beat Virginia that year.
No, that was UMBC. Who did they? I know they beat Miami because they had a game winner. I feel like they got to the Final Four and they lost to Villanova because Villanova won that year. Villanova smacked them. It was Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson. That team, they smacked them. It wasn't playing with them.
That squad. And Sadiq Bey, too?
I don't think Sadiq was there yet. Because Sadiq, I think he only played 1 year at Villanova. And he was in 2020 draft.
Yeah.
Slater was on that team, though. I know that. Who else? I feel like Ryan Arcidiacono. No, Ryan Arcidiacono was gone. I don't know. There was some guys on that team. What's a dude named that he was in the NBA? He bounced around a little bit. He was a big man, light skinned dude. They were comparing him with Draymond. I'm not remembering bro's name. He was really nice. It doesn't matter. But Auburn is probably the most fun team to watch in college basketball right now. The energy that they have when we was talking about swag with the football, their swag is insane. Like, first, you seen KD Johnson, right?
Yeah, seen him out there.
KD Johnson is an absolute maniac. Like, he's a crazy person. Like, he's so energetic. He's so in your face. Every time he does something nice or his team do something nice, he's going to let you know.
Boy, he made the right decision. That boy was in the gutter over there in Georgia.
Him and Xavier. We're going to talk about Xavier in a second. But him, obviously Jabari Smith, who's going to be a top 3 pick at the least in the NBA. You seen him like in live action. Well, not live action, but you seen the game live as it happened. And you were letting me know, like, yeah, this is my first time seeing him. He's really like, you know what I'm saying?
First bucket was like the first shot I ever seen anything. I'm like, oh, I see why he's the third. Nigga pulling up like Melo.
He is 6'10", and he moves like that. Like, it's crazy.
I look at the numbers. He had 18-10. He probably finished with 20 and 10.
Yeah. And on the defense end, he's absolutely crazy too. like just because of how fluid he is, like he was snaking by dudes on picks, like slithering through like actual centers to get around the screen. I've never seen a person taller than 6'8" do that ever.
He definitely looked like a kid. I was like, yeah, he definitely looked about 18 in the fit.
Yeah.
Definitely time to grow.
Auburn won by like 20. There's nothing really to talk about the game, but Auburn's a fun team. Walker Kessler is an interesting player too. Big man that blocks all the shots, 7'3".
7'3".
Shoots threes.
Yeah, Auburn definitely got a squad over there.
They have a team. Yes. And Allen Flanagan hasn't even gotten going yet. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he gets going and what that'll look like once they get started and get cracking over there. Moving on from that game, we had like the best game of the day. Baylor in Alabama. Baylor, Alabama was a battle.
Yo, my dumb ass bet on Baylor. I don't know why, because I'm not surprised Alabama beat the niggas at all.
The Alabama was playing at home. First of all.
Yeah, that's really where I messed up at.
First of all. Yeah.
They can beat anybody. And they can lose to anybody too, as we've seen.
Yeah. Alabama is very erratic.
Yeah.
Well, how do I want to frame this? To me, the lens that I watched this game through was the point guards from each team. Class of 2018 guys. Javon Quinterly and James Akinjo.
I seen him getting a little physical. You seen that?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
they familiar with each other. They know what it is.
I was like, hey, I don't know if what's his name? Quinterly poked the right bear, but it seemed like he poked the right bear. He might be the bigger bear.
Jersey, and Oakland, man. JQ from Jersey and Kenjo from Oakland, man. But two class of 2018 guards, like
Yep.
they control the pace of the game for both teams. And what I noticed from Alabama's big games, outside of the Gonzaga game, because that was a Jaden Shackelford game. Outside of that, the game against Houston and this game against Baylor, when it comes to those big matchups, especially with guards, JQ brings it. Like it raises his level of play. Like he straightens up. He's decisive. He's good in the pick and roll. You know he has that elite lay package. He can shoot the three, and he can boop 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 pop, get by you. So that was interesting to watch. On the Baylor side, James Akinjo made plays, but down the stretch, he was playing around with the ball too much, and it led to a few turnovers. And you had an interesting point. I want to hear your argument for this because you had texted me during the AM. You were like, "Where is Flo Thamba and Jonathan Chamachachwa for Baylor?" And I told you, I was like, "I don't know. They on the bench. They not hurt."
Yeah, I thought they was hurt. I'm like, he gotta be hurt.
No, but I felt like Alabama controlled the pace of the game.
Sure.
So it wasn't something where they got played off the floor. It was just like to get the best chance to win in, I guess, Bryce Drew's eyes, he had to play small with Matthew Meyer and Jeremy Sohan. And I mean, they kept making runs, but every time it happened, Alabama would slam the door shut on them. You know what I'm saying? Especially with those with the turnovers and some of the offensive sets where they would load up everybody on, like, say for instance the right side. They have three guys on the right side. The big man come from, I want to say, the block, the left block, and set a screen at the middle of the floor and get the guard to go downhill, and get the guy in the corner to make a hard cut, and it's a lob. They did that like 3 times.
Yeah, definitely like back to back.
Yeah.
Wide open lob.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Baylor tried to do that shit too. Niggas missing a lot. Because they did it back to back too. And the second time, bro, with the Chris Brown cut, missed a lot.
With the Chris Brown? You talking about Jeremy Sohan?
Yeah, not the one with the bush.
Number 1?
You got the regular cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's blonde?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Sohan. He had like a gray afro too. Before he cut his hair, he had like a gray afro, like a silver afro.
I thought Five had some interesting hair too.
James Shackelford?
No, on Baylor. Maybe they the same person because you did say he had a bush.
Kendall Brown, number 2.
Yeah. Shit blonde too.
His hair same color as mine.
I guess I am thinking about Brett. You talking about?
Yeah, he just cut his hair. Yeah.
Bro, swaggy.
But that is swaggy though. I wish I could pull some shit like that off.
No, that shit hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do it, but that shit hard.
I want to be able to pull some shit like that off, but I'm not there yet.
You can put some colored tips on your shit when your shit get
I'm talking about the whole. He got the whole shit though. The whole shit.
Definitely gotta have a professional for that.
Yeah.
And with that boy Nick Young.
Nick Young is an interesting person, bro. What else I gonna say? From this game, JD Davison was in those big games. He steps up too, like that clutch 3 to essentially put the nail in the coffin. The dunk on it was the second to last James Akinjo turnover where he dribbled it off his leg and he stole it. Say what?
I said he got bounced. I mean, we knew he had bounce, but hey, that nigga at the end of the game, then her head at the rim. Then he hit that 3 out, and I think he was about to make that.
He didn't want to shoot it.
He was wide open. Like,
he had his back turned to the basket. He was looking at the pass. He was like, "Oh shit, I'm wide open. I'm gonna shoot it." But he's not a shooter, so I can't understand.
He made that sound like, yeah, he just having the type of game today.
Yeah, and I kept seeing this. I keep forgetting about, bro. On their bench, Hurt is an Amari Burnett. So,
yeah,
we gotta.
I thought he was at LSU.
You thinking about you thinking about what's bro name that played at Illinois? Number 44. He played at Illinois last year.
The headband. Oh hell yeah, Adam Miller. Yeah.
That's who's at LSU. Who's hurt?
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, I definitely right about that.
And Yeah, that's pretty much it for the game of the day. Alabama ended up winning by I think like 8 or 10 points, but it was a back and forth, high level game. And the last game that I watched, did you watch the Tennessee and Texas game? Because I did not.
But I woke up, that shit was going off. I see it was a banger. I
I
think
didn't.
Texas won by 2.
I seen the last play that they ran on Twitter, but I didn't see the game. I seen the last game I seen was the Kentucky and Kansas game, and I started editing like after halftime because it wasn't that close.
Was Washington playing?
Tata, yeah, he played.
I'm not surprised I looked at that. Because Kansas, I'm not saying they play down to y'all, because y'all are a really good team. But Kansas be playing down to most of their competition.
I wouldn't say they played down, but in the very limited Kentucky games that I've seen this year, like I've seen maybe like 5 or 6 of them when they played. I seen the full game when they played Tennessee. Obviously the Duke game. What other game did I see? I saw. I'm blanking on what games I seen. I seen the Auburn game. Well, just those 3 games that I saw that I can remember off the top of my head. To start off those games, the defense is what leads to the big leads because this team is good at getting out and running, especially with a guy like Xavier that's going to be able to push the pace, and guys that can run like Ty can run, Jacob Toppin can run, Lance Ware can run, Keon Brooks can run, like everybody can run. Oscar Sheway can run too.
He was putting them numbers on.
Oscar Sheway might win Player of the Year.
I want that boy Keon Brooks, though.
Keon Brooks had 30.
Man, that's ridiculous. He went to school with
He
Stewart,
played
right?
at he played at La Lumiere.
He was blown. He's like, damn, man, Stewart going through it. Now LeBron. God, damn.
And from the Kansas side, they just didn't look good at all. Like they didn't look
That,
good at
that
all.
boy Karen,
Ochai.
is either him or not.
It seemed like Remy Martin didn't bring anything. He was hurt.
Damn,
He
I
was
forgot
playing
he was
hurt.
there.
Christian Brown didn't do too much, but it was really just the Kentucky show.
Yo, he's giving me. I doubt he really be this good, but he giving me Paul Pierce. This is what I imagine Paul Pierce was like at Kansas. Really
Ochai.
yeah. Of course, he's not that good, but really dominating, best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
30 a night, not 30 a night, but get you 30.
Mm-hmm.
And he's giving me that. I don't know. I guess since Andrew Wiggins, it's been a while since we've seen a Kansas guy like this.
I'm thinking like, who does Ochai remind me of? I don't really know.
But it seemed like when because if I'm coaching against them, I'm like, yeah, we just gotta stop him. We stop him, the game is over. So he probably is really getting crazy looks on defense.
Mm-hmm. But he's turned into a really good shooter too. That's the thing that's impressed me the most. Like he turned in, like when he came in, he was just like defense and run, more so like with a guy that's taken like a sizable leap this year with more minutes and more stuff like that in the NBA, like Isaac Okoro. Like that's what he reminded. Like obviously he's older than him, but that's what it was similar like when he was like a freshman, sophomore. But he's evolved into a guy that can shoot, who can score at all 3 levels. So yeah.
Into a first round, I hope.
And speaking of Andrew Wiggins, before we get into the All-Star thing, I was talking to my dad this morning. We was talking about Joel Embiid, and he asked me what school he went to. I was like, you know he played with Andrew Wiggins at Kansas, right? And then I couldn't remember if they were in the same draft. And they were in the same draft. They went 1-3 in the same draft in 2014. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Joel just ain't played that many games, did he?
Nah, because I think he broke his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, damn. I wish we would have seen more Joel in college.
Yeah.
He was definitely a potential guy getting picked.
He definitely was, and he's one of the few like potential players that actually end up like reaching past their potential.
It's got past the injury rumors and all that too.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's getting past it.
Yeah, he is. And I think what it has to do with is like he's in way better shape than he ever was, from what I've seen. He's playing like the most minutes, everything like that. But speaking of Andrew Wiggins, we had a bit of a conversation in text about Andrew Wiggins being an all-star starter. For anybody that didn't watch last episode, we did our all-star predictions and things like that in the West. I
Yeah,
had
yeah, Wiggins starting.
no. I had him as a reserve. I had Cat instead of Wiggins. Everybody else besides Andrew Wiggins in the East and the West was a lock as a starter. There was no like argument or debate about it, except for probably Trae Young, in my opinion. But everybody else was a lock. Trae Young and Cat were the only two up for debate. That was in my opinion. But the entire world wasn't not the entire world. A lot of people were in shambles to realize that Andrew Wiggins was All-Star starter. Um, who do you? So you told me you think Brandon Ingram should have been in place of him as a starter. Tell me why.
First, just like you was talking about, we fucks with Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
He fucks with Andrew Wiggins. It's like we don't fuck with him. He just, like you say, he been through a lot, and then he finally got to where we thought he could be.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I am happy for him. Like he deserved this. He really do deserve it. They've been shitting on that man for about 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy for him. But and really, besides this argument about to make, I really have no problem with him being a starter. I just know my man's was averaging 30. He didn't make the team.
You got to expand upon that, cause
Bradley Beal was averaging 30 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make the team.
Yeah. This is facts.
I mean, that, and then like when I text you, I said it's the agenda, and then I don't want to say it like that either, because like I said, Andrew Wiggins really deserved it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely an agenda between the number one pick. Once your number one pick got to be somebody in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He got to be somebody. Like,
yeah.
Andrew Wiggins is that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if we ever seen. And then when you told me, you said Rudy Gobert and shit, them numbers ain't that much better than. I don't say that much better than, but it's less than 18 points per game.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert and
I don't even remember who the second person was.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, Dre.
So, yeah, his numbers is. And then when you said the number 18, 4, and 2, that's really good numbers.
And then you got to factor in the things that aren't in the like the counting stats. Like he's guarding the best player on the other end of the floor.
True. I didn't think about that. He is, huh?
And he's playing off of Steph, and now he's gonna have to play off Steph and Clay.
So I guess he's the modern day Andre Iguodala with a little offense game now.
I would say Harrison Barnes. Okay. Mixed with, because Andre had that playmaking that I don't see that Andrew has, but yeah. Mm-hmm. But my whole thing on it, I genuinely don't give a flying fuck about who's a starter and who's not an all-star game, because if you're all-star, you're all-star. You know what I'm saying? They just call your name first. Like, all that matters is, because when your career is over, they're not going to say you was a 3-time all-star starter. They're going to say you was a 3-time all-star. So that shit don't really matter to me.
That's true. That is true.
The whole,
like Kobe Bryant or LeBron.
Yeah.
20-time all-star, 15-time star.
Yeah. But, like, if you go on Basketball Reference, they don't tell you how many times the starter. You know what I'm saying? So that I don't care about that. The whole thing with the agenda, I could see where you're coming from with, like, the NBA wants the number one picks to be able to be that. But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't give them too much credit in the sense of that. Like,
he earned it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He definitely earned that.
Yeah. So, with that, it's cool. But we had a little bit more tidbit of information that I seen on Twitter yesterday. The NBA TV. Did you see this? NBA TV was talking about LaMelo Ball.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
And they said one-time All-Star.
Yeah, they definitely crazy.
I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how that happened. I don't know when that was supposed to come out. I don't know. We're going to find out if it's true, I think, on Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Thursday. I don't have a problem with LaMelo being an All-Star. I wanted him to be All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
I said that in one of the videos I put out earlier about LaMelo. He's an All-Star. Like, he's playing at All-Star level. I don't have a problem with that at all. Who he gets in over, I don't know. But it seems like to me they're probably gonna cut one of the big men off, whether it be Sabonis or Jared Allen. So that's what I'm thinking it is. If that's the case.
Are the Pacers trying to trade somebody or something? Or they all three of them really that hurt?
Bro, I don't even know. The whole trade scene in the NBA right now, I'm completely over it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about nothing until something actually happens.
Real shit.
You feel
I've
me?
been like that like the last 2 3 years. It's a
Like,
whole lot of talk.
yeah,
No
it's
act.
just like for attention, it'd be like, yeah, the Pacers want 2 first round picks for Karis LeVert. Ain't nobody doing that. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody doing it.
Just getting all these offers. What are they doing?
I don't believe it because it's like the same thing with who got traded a year or two ago, and it was the James Harden shit. They were saying that somebody had offered something crazy and they didn't take it. I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not, because like that trade that what the Rockets got back for the level of what James Harden is not
I mean,
crazy
bro,
at
what they
all.
got back? What did they get back?
They got back Victor Oladipo, who's on the Heat. Um, I don't know how many first round picks they got. They got a few first round picks, and that was pretty much it. The Cavaliers got Jared Allen, and the Pacers got Karis LeVert.
Right. But everybody else did better off trading them. But you ain't gonna get. I guess you're never gonna get compensated correctly for a player like that.
Yeah, but I feel like with stuff like that, if you're gonna once what I don't know how the Sixers are thinking, but in this situation with Ben Simmons, but how I would probably think about it would be if if this ever happens to an organization that I'm running, it'll end up being to the point where it's like, okay, he doesn't want to be here anymore. Okay, so I'm not gonna trade you immediately because that's not smart. Because if you trade somebody just immediately after they say I want to be traded, then that kind of puts you in a bad position because you're just trading him just because he doesn't want to be here. The process that I would go through would be like, okay, he doesn't want to be here anymore. What plan do I have next for us to go forward from this guy to the next generation of what my team is going to be? You feel me? Because, a sense of a direction. Because when they traded him, it was just like, you got Victor Oladipo. Okay, what does that do for your team now? Like, what direction are you going in? And you get a bunch of picks. Like, what direction is your team going in? You feel me? Or even with other trades, it's like, what direction is your team going in? What are you trying to achieve? You feel me? Even with like when with the D'Angelo Russell and Andrew Wiggins trade, right? The Warriors were more inclined to trade D'Angelo Russell because he, like, what direction is your team gonna go in when you have Steph and D'Lo? Like they don't do the same thing, but they have the same kind of role. They have to have the ball in their hands, and then you go and be like, oh, you don't have a point guard in Minnesota, do you? Let's swap him and Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins fits with us and what he can do, and you fit over there with your guy Cat, and you can do what you do best, which is handle the ball, facilitate, and do stuff like that. So, yeah,
One guy we definitely knew was getting traded.
yeah,
His future like Warriors was not.
yeah, exactly. Um, what else? What else can we talk about going on in the NBA? Did you see any of the games last night? I didn't because I was like editing. And apparently, whenever I decide I'm gonna take a night off from watching NBA, crazy shit happens.
Yeah, I didn't really watch that last night.
The Heat and the Raptors went into a 3 overtime game that I need to rewatch at some point today or tomorrow or something. The
Warriors.
the Warriors and the Nets game was apparently crazy. Kyrie is majestical. Steph and Clay. Say that again.
Love that fadeaway with the leg out from the three.
That shit is so crazy. Steph and Clay had their best game back so far together as a tandem, apparently, because they had scored like 18 straight points at a certain point in the game.
Clay hit the dagger three with the bang. I was like, oh shit.
I need to watch that. What else happened? The Kings and the Sixers had a battle. Tyrese Halliburton had like 38 points.
He's done. Yo. Damn. I had a thought, but that shit was.
What else?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bro, the Nets, if they was competing like that, I mean, with just one of them, bro, if they can ever get all three of them on the court, and Kyrie can play home games.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. And I seen, what else did I see? I seen a crazy clip from the Wizards and the Grizzlies game. Um, it was 4 Gonzaga players on the court too at that time, and they were all involved with the play except for Rui. I don't remember who went up for a layup, but Brandon Clark absolutely spiked the hell out of the ball to the baseline, and Corey Kispert saved it and tried to shoot a three, and Killian Tilly ran out to the 3-point line and smacked his shot into like the 5th row.
Yeah, who's gonna? Like Grizzlies might took that personal, bro. Because I had me and my family went to the Grizzlies game versus the Wizards. Like November, we beat the Knicks 30, 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna compete today. That they remembered that.
Bro, the Grizzlies, I don't know. I've been watching the Grizzlies lately. I like watching the team. I like watching them. Like they're all dogs. Like legitimately, they're all dogs. Like obviously, Ja's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Jaren Jackson is a dog.
50 blocks in January.
Jaren Jackson is a dog, bro. Like the only other game that I seen where they weren't playing all that well was against Dallas, because like Kristaps Porzingis had like 7 blocks.
Yeah, I seen his numbers. They said he averaged like 26.
And I kind of feel bad because like in a video I made like early on in the season, I was kind of shitting on KP, but KP has been hooping.
He deserved. He been bullshit. Sometimes you gotta see how Shaq and Charles they be getting on this.
Yeah.
That might not deserve to be got on, but sometimes you gotta get on it.
Yeah. So speaking of that, what the episode was originally supposed to be about, we're about 45 minutes in and we still haven't talked about it yet. We talked about this a little bit last week, and I want to dive into it a little bit more because this whole topic fascinates me. Antonio Brown, obviously everybody knows by now the story and the situation that happened with the Bucs. He got cut on the sideline. He chose to leave in AB fashion, and it's been a hot button issue ever since. And he did a couple interviews that was like, okay, cool. But he did I Am Athlete podcast, and we both watched it. And
Decent watch.
Yeah. And what I really took away from it was like, well, I've always kind of had this opinion because I'm I'm probably the most empathetic person I know. Like, I don't really attack a lot of people like that I don't know, or even if I do know, I'm not really a negative person where I attack somebody or judge somebody based off of one thing that I've seen. But with that, in the sports sphere, not just like the actual sport itself, like the action of playing basketball or playing football, like the entire industry of it is like it doesn't it's toxic, but outside looking in, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like in a regular human fashion, because players that play these sports and are at the professional level, the highest professional level, like not semi-pro, the highest professional level, that's like the top like 0.1%, right? And it's just a miracle that you got there. You know what I'm saying? Even a guy that doesn't get in the game is like, okay, that's like the story to get there. The story to get there is crazy. But deeper than that, right? To get to that point, you have to be an absolute maniac. Like you have to want the shit every day. You have to be literally invested in that shit every day.
For a lot of years.
Every day. But once you get to that point and you get to that status and you're constantly being seen, and you're not seen as a person, you're seen as a basketball player. You feel me? Or a football player. Or just a guy that plays sports in general. Whatever you do, you might play tennis, you might box, you might do whatever. But to the public eye, or just to people that don't know you, you're just seen as what you do. And that's the thing for most people. You're seen as whatever you do. But behind that, you're just a regular person. You feel me? And we've both played sports in our past. And the culture in sports, like within being on a team and within an organization, is ass backwards. You feel me? Like at a certain point in the interview, not the interview. I don't really want to call it interview. The conversation. It got to the point where it was like
Yeah.
the kumbaya. Yeah, the kumbaya. AB asked Brandon Marshall, "What was you on?"
Yeah, that shit when he said that.
I was like, "What was you on?" And I don't think Brandon actually understood the question.
For a while.
I don't think he ever understood it because he never answered it.
He did, but it was like hella later. Like,
But
fucking hell.
but that question struck a chord with me because it was like
I never thought about it like that. Dang.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, if you get hurt, the culture in sports is to if you're hurt, you gotta fucking play through it. We don't care. You get paid X amount. I pay you X amount of money. You better get your ass out there and do what you got to do.
Football field. Hell yeah.
Even basketball sometimes. Basketball's a little bit more lenient now, but even if you hear like players from the past talk about like, get your ass out there, bro. Don't nobody feel bad for you. Get your ass out there, bro. And
Commitment to the team.
And say, for instance, in a regular person's life, in my life or in your life, say you get like an injury that's sustained in sports. Say you sprain your ankle and your ankle is swole to the max. And you got to go to work the next day. Are you going to shoot yourself up with drugs just so you can go to work the next day?
Talking athletic purposes?
Like say for instance, if you're, like, I don't know, like if you work UPS, you know what I'm saying? Or you a trash man and you sprain your ankle and your ankle is this big. Are you going to inject Toradol, which is a very addictive and dangerous substance, into your body just so you can go to work the next day? Or are you going to call out?
Most people are going to call out. But some people really need that money. Some people is going to go to work on that sprained ankle.
Yes. But most people are going to be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. And in the AB situation, it's the same thing. I'm hurt. And you get to the point where it's,
you better bring your ass to work.
Yeah. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, when am I not a human being anymore? Am I just like a cog in this machine? Like, what is this? You feel me? And the entire culture of it is backwards. Like, just what I just explained, and even going further than that. You start playing these sports because why? You love it, right? You get enjoyment out of playing it, and you do this and then you do that. Like, you love playing it. Like, I, personally, for me, most sports that I watch, like NBA, NFL, I don't have a favorite team. I don't. I used to, but I don't now. Like, I used to like the Saints. I used to like the Washington football team. When I was a little kid, I liked the Packers because I liked Brett Favre. But in basketball, I like the Nuggets because I like Carmelo, and I like the Sixers. I was such a fan that when I was a little kid and the Sixers played the Pistons, I want to say the 2004 playoffs, and they eliminated them, I fucking cried because I couldn't do shit about it. AI is my favorite player ever. Say that again?
So when the Pistons beat them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I cried because I couldn't do shit about it. But as I got older, I realized, like, I can't control this shit. So I kind of started to get a little bit detached at that point. But now I'm to the point where I marvel. My enjoyment that I get from watching sports is simply based upon the action that is happening.
So I was going to say, you might be in the 5%. You really a sports junkie. Most people can't like sports and not be attached to a certain team.
Yeah.
Like that's really why they like sports, because of that team.
Yeah.
You really like sports.
Like, I enjoy things like, I like the way he sets that screen, the angle that he sets that screen at. That helps him slither through this crack. Or I like the placement of this pass or this set because it fools the defense into going this way when the play's actually going this way. Like, I like shit like that.
So my man really inside the game. Deeper. You like deeper than the game.
And like the things that people do that are highlights, like, say for instance, like with Ja Morant. When I was watching him play the Spurs, and he'll go to the basket and hang in the air and do some shit like that, and I'll just like laugh. I'm like, that's fucking stupid, bro. Like that's stupid, bro. That don't make no sense, bro.
A lot of jelly right there.
That don't make no sense at all to do, and
No,
that's
he's
how
lying.
it's
Where the fuck is
crazy.
all these layups coming from?
I have no idea, bro.
He's tripping. He's definitely tripping right now.
Like you could put a reel together of like just the insane layups that he's done in like this month, and it'll be like 6 minutes long.
Wow. Definitely that bad.
Or even like my favorite players are not the same type of favorite players that a regular person will have. Like, nigga, one of my favorite players all time is Rondo. Like, who likes Rondo?
Nigga that got a brain.
I've liked Rondo since, what was that? Was that 09 or 2010 when they were playing the Cavs and he was on the Celtics and he got a steal and LeBron was coming and he went up like this and threw it behind his back in the air? I've liked Rondo ever since then.
Like Rondo since my man got on the floor for the loose ball with the broken elbow.
That was
Or
crazy.
whatever it was.
And D-Wade broke
Like,
his
yeah.
arm. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, this nigga different.
It's crazy how people forget about shit like that.
No, he really a goat.
Now I'm talking about how D-Wade broke his arm. Like he dislocated his elbow because he bent his shit the other way. But you'll be willing to forgive it.
Yes, we forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie.
But back to my original point. Like, the way I look at sports is very detached from the emotion standpoint of it. Not really, because, like, when, even being completely honest, when the Bucs won, I fucking cried. Because, like, before
That boy.
that happened, I went back and, like, really figured out the story. Honest, I'm like, nigga, I don't think anybody can get through what he went through to get to the NBA and just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, pull it with the bucket of chicken. Man, Giannis really a goat.
Oh man, and the funny stuff that he does, like he didn't know about Oreos until like last year.
He really just enjoying life.
That's what I'm saying. Or even Jokic. They were asking Jokic, how did he find out how he was a starter in All-Star game? He said, I was on the game, and my wife called me and told me to watch it with her. He's like, I'm kind of busy right now. And she shows him the TV. He's like, okay, cool, thank you. And he hangs up the phone and goes back to playing the game. Like, how do you not love shit like that?
Deeper than the game. But you gotta really be tapped in with the game and know shit like.
Yeah, I guess so. But, like, the point I was going back to is, like, I guess that's where everybody's vitriol comes from, or just, like, the judgmental part of it, or taking the human aspect out of the sports goes to, because they're so emotionally attached to it, which is kind of weird. Like, with Russell Westbrook, people hate Russell Westbrook. For what reason? I have no idea. Because he fucks up? Okay. So do you, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Or even in a sense where, with football, or this is one point we can end this conversation on. January 26, 2020, the day Kobe Bryant passed away. I'm pretty sure you did, I did, probably millions of people. Everybody cried. And I remember at that point, because there was games getting ready to come on, I was at work, and I was getting ready to put some of the games on, and I couldn't, bro. Like, I couldn't watch it because it was so crazy. Because everybody was crying, and when everybody starts crying, I start crying. So I turned ESPN on, and Jay Williams is on there, bawling his eyes out, and I'm pretty sure it's probably on the internet somewhere, but he was like, I gotta say one thing. And ever since he said that, I look at it the same exact way. I don't like most sports arguments are based on who's the greatest ever. He said, okay, the greatest thing ever. Let the shit go. That's just that word. Let that shit go. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, most people's arguments towards somebody in sports are they're not positive. They're not productive in trying to produce your point. essentially what somebody's point is, if me and you were to argue about who's better between LeBron and Michael Jordan, we're more so going to talk about what LeBron and Michael Jordan didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, LeBron lost 7 finals instead of saying that he won 4. Or Michael Jordan lost in the first round how many times instead of saying, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it deduces it down. And in some circles, before Kobe passed away, his reputation as a player all time was in the dirt.
Yeah, and that's definitely something I feel bad about because I never disrespected. Like he was definitely still a top 5 nigga, top 10 nigga, top 2 shooting guard. Like, but we spent so much time trying to compare him and LeBron that we didn't need. At least for me, like you said, we really basketball junkies, so we knew who the fuck Kobe Bryant was, regardless of who our best favorite player was, or how we felt about the person. But spent so much time trying to compare them two, we didn't really give him his full flop.
Exactly.
That's okay. It's definitely gotta stop comparing people.
And what I want to provide for whoever listens to this is just as something that I use, not saying that it's right or wrong, something that I use to be able to enjoy sports more is just enjoy what the people are doing for what it is. Don't enjoy it for the fact that it's going to put his legacy higher than whoever else's or whoever she passes or whoever he passes in this legacy thing, because the legacy is a fallacy. The only way, this is the thing that AB said, and I was like, damn, this is facts.
Yeah, he's talking that shit, boy.
This is facts. This is facts. He asked everybody, who won the Super Bowl in 1978? Nobody could answer because nobody knew. He was like, exactly. You don't remember these players or these things because of what it did. You remember it because of how it made you feel. Like, how things make you feel has a bigger impact on you than what is actually happening. You know what I'm saying? And if sports puts a smile on your face, do not get to the point of being so emotional about it. Or, I don't know how to word it. Don't get to the point where you're upset about something that gives you so much joy.
Don't sit there and watch LeBron drop 50-point triple-double. Then 2 years later say you just watch greatness regardless if he lost. That's probably one of the greatest performances we ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Then even like with guys that never won a championship. Like my favorite player ever is Allen Iverson. He didn't win a championship. But for a generation of people, he was an idol, an icon, somebody to live through, somebody for just a vestige for joy. You know? And everybody has that relationship with that one player. For me, it was Allen Iverson. For you, it might have been somebody else. You know?
Back then, definitely Mello D Wade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Little Gilbert.
Gilbert Arenas is a madman, bro. Madman.
Yeah, even a guy like him, he's definitely underappreciated.
Yeah.
Maybe because of other reasons. But
I enjoy Gilbert Arenas outside of his basketball now just because he's a fool, bro. He's funny as hell, bro.
Good dude.
He is funny as hell, bro. Oh my gosh. What else did I want to say? I wanted to say one more thing.
He even kind of said the same thing what you were saying on his last interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And like basically he was so much stuck in that competitor shit with Kobe that when he died, he didn't even really get to
enjoy it. Like he didn't really, yeah. And it seems like that at a certain point, but even deeper than just like sports in general, everybody's gonna die one day, and it's tough to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And even with me, like I kind of have a bad relationship with like accepting death. Not me dying, but just in general, like people around me dying, and it's kind of a thing where it's at a certain point to avoid that pain, I get detached. Like I'll like distance myself from trying to feel that deep about something or somebody because I know that nothing lasts forever.
You fucked up.
Yeah. And even deeper than that, I don't know if I want to go this far. Yeah, fuck it, I don't care. Even deeper than that, like, if you really dig deep into your mind one time and it's like, okay, so say for instance, this you're thinking about it. I don't know why I think about shit like this. This person is gonna die, and it's like, damn, that's gonna fuck me up.
For real.
And in my brain, I'm crazy. Okay, I'm just letting you know I'm crazy. But it's like, okay, what if I die first? And it's like, oh, damn, that don't do nothing because it's the other person gonna feel the same way. So it's like, damn, we're stuck here. So fuck it, we might as well enjoy it while we're here, my nigga. I love you, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Never know what this shit could end be.
Exactly.
Never know.
So, I hope you enjoyed that spiel. It wasn't as clean as I wanted it to come out, but it came out. It was raw. It was real.
Wasn't too much focused on the. I mean, we was definitely kicking that sports shit, but
yeah,
that sports this one.
Yeah, and like, there's nothing really too much to talk about with sports right now. Well, not with sports, but with like the stuff that we cover most of the time. Like the NBA is going on. Good basketball is being played, obviously, but it's the dog days of the NBA season. It's January. We're waiting for All-Star break. Excuse me, sheesh. It's the All-Star break is coming up in a few weeks. There's no real playoff pressure because it's January, you know. And
playing in the East.
The East is crazy, bro. The East is crazy. Oh, if you haven't, you got League Pass. You go back and watch this. I watched this game. This game is crazy. Watch the fourth quarter of the Grizzlies and the Spurs from what day was that? I don't remember what day that was. DeJounte and Ja going crazy. They were going at it. They was going at it.
That is a grown man battle right there. Huh?
They was going at it. Like, DeJounte was struggling the whole game. He was like 1 for 10. But in the fourth quarter, he scored like 12, 13 points.
And the Spurs been playing lately.
They've been trying to, but Pop has been trying to do his thing. He's like sitting, what's bro name?
Lonnie Walker?
No, not Lonnie Walker. Derek White. He's resting Derek White. Like, shit like that.
Bullshit. I ain't a big fan of Derek White.
What else do I want to talk about? Is there anything else that you want to talk about before I do my little nerd shit? No. Okay. I texted this to you. I don't remember what day it was. I think it was Tuesday, or it might have been Thursday or Wednesday. I was talking about Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson, if he comes out this year, he's going to probably be like one of the steals of the draft.
Need that energy instantly.
Like, what I see in Peyton Watson, but like, if he comes out this year, like, the development, not development, like, the kind of like impact he will probably have would be like a Herb Jones. And Herb Jones is one of my favorite players in college basketball last year.
That shit, watching Alabama would be making me sick. Cause I was like, damn, if he was on this team.
Bro, do you know the shit that he did like before he left college and he was a second round pick? You know how competitive the SEC was last year. That man won Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year.
When they won regular season tournament, one of them didn't.
I feel like they won both.
Yeah, I don't. Some players I don't know. It shit don't make no sense sometimes.
Oh, what else did I see? I seen what day was that? I watched a little bit yesterday. I haven't been able to fully watch it because the production it's not to my liking. But at the same time, I have to listen because I don't know everything. The Overtime Elite shit. I've been watching a few of their games. It's on YouTube. You can go to OTE channel. All their well, not the video. The video is clear, but like the commentary is more so like their whole goal with the shit is to be informal. It's not formal. Like, it's not like super duper professional. It's not like if you listen to an NBA or a college basketball game or even a high school game on ESPN, it's very like everybody that's there is experienced and they're doing it and they've been doing it for a long time. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to say. But the people they have people our age calling the game sometimes. They have like people are like younger people calling the games and it's cool. Some of the people don't really know too much about basketball. Like AMP is they're a popular group on YouTube. They call some of the games, and it's cool because it'll draw attention and shit like that. But at the same time, it's like me, the type of person I am. I know a lot of people watch basketball games on mute. I can't. I need to hear the commentary. I don't really. I need to hear the commentary so I can get context. You know.
I told my friends that shit the other day. I'm like, bro, turn the volume up. I cannot watch this shit with no volume. He's like, bro, why do you need to watch the game with volume?
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I'm like,
if I'm watching the full game, then yes. If I'm just like watching like, say for instance, if I'm watching like film, then I can mute it because I'm just watching clips. I'm not watching the actual game. You know what I'm saying? I can put music on and just listen to music and watch the clips and be like, damn, shit. Golly, he did him like that. Shit like that.
I like to hear the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd, yes. But they got some dudes over there in OTE. They got like 2 sets of twins that aren't going to be this year's class. They may be next year or the year after because some of them are like still high school age. The Thompson Twins.
Boy Briggs.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about him, but he's, I don't know. I need to watch more of him. I know the name and I know the hype, but I need to watch. You feel me?
He's a D1 point guard.
Yeah. But the Thompson Twins, Amin, and Asar Thompson. They're twins, and the Bewley Twins, Bewley. Yeah, Bewley. Those 2 sets of twins, they're NBA talent. Not right now, but crazy. So the Thompson Twins, they are 2 6'6", 6'7" guards. Absolutely insane, explosive athletes. And they have point guard skills. And the Bewley Twins are like wings. And they are very explosive. They have a good like knack and feel from what I've seen of getting easy baskets, finishing dunks, things like that, layups, rebounding, and playing defense and getting blocks and shit like that. But there is one player that's gonna get drafted this year from the overtime elite shit. He's a point guard. He's from Dominican Republic. His name is Jean Montero. I haven't seen him play. I've seen like people on YouTube and things like that just to get familiar with like who these players are because I don't know everything. Seems like it's gonna be nice. So
drafted, right?
Yeah, like first round.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is it, 18, 17?
Either 18 or 19.
He gonna get drafted and be like Scoot. Well, I guess Scoot didn't get drafted, but
Scoot is gonna be next year. He's gonna be next year's draft. Did you? Speaking of G League, did you see the Rising Stars thing?
I did a little bit. I didn't read it too much, but I did see.
Let me pull it up so I can read it off because I think the shit is cool.
Yeah, that's definitely cool. 4-team tournament. I want to see what the teams is though.
I don't think they picked them yet.
Yeah.
Did you see those uniforms for the All-Star game?
Nah, I didn't.
They fucking suck.
I'm sure they do. They've definitely been going down here.
What is this? NBA website? Do they have the team already? No, they don't. Okay, I found this article from CBS. 2022 NBA All-Star Weekend Rising Stars Challenge gets a new look. G League Ignite players to participate. Okay, as blah 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 blah. So, okay. I'm gonna say what the fuck. Okay, its latest overhaul of the event, which was recently modeled as Team USA versus Team World in a game to showcase the increase in talent in the NBA from around the globe. Here are the major changes. Here are the major changes. Rising Stars will feature 4 teams with 7 players each in a 3-game mini tournament. So it's going to be 4 teams with 7 players. That's 28 players selected.
They're gonna be playing some big minutes. Maybe not too much, but
Nah, these aren't like timed games. They're to a score. So a total of 24 first and second year players will be selected by NBA assistant coaches, and 4 players from G League Ignite will also be selected. Will be selected by G League head coaches, and
only from Ignite.
Yeah, so it's it's 28 players. 24 are gonna be rookies and sophomores, and 4 are gonna be from the G League Ignite team, not G League players, just the Ignite team.
Those are the younger players. Oh.
Yeah, which is kind of odd. I kind of like it, but because it introduces people to these players. Because me being a deep diver of basketball, I don't like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like when people don't know certain shit. Like, I want people to know who Scoot Henderson is. Like, I want you to know who Dyson Daniels is, and Jaden Hardy, and Michael Foster.
You're supposed to know who Cade Cunningham before he get to the league.
Yeah, and
I know all these niggas before they get to the league.
Yes, you don't have to watch college basketball. I just want you to know who they are. You feel me? So, those guys. There's gonna be 4 guys, and the coaching staff will be made up of members from the 75th anniversary team that was announced earlier this season. Head coaches of these teams will select their own players in a draft. Each coach will draft 7 players, including 1 G League Ignite player. And the games will be to a target score of 50, and the championship game will be to a game of 25.
They're playing. They out there playing. You know what I'm saying?
You know how fun that's gonna be?
Yeah, and then we got the Hall of Fame coaches. Yeah, that's about to be lit.
All right. So who? All right. So if me and you coaches, right? This is the last thing we're gonna do before we end because the game's great. Come on. Me and you as coaches, and we're drafting our team. What 7 players are you drafting, including 1 G League Ignite player? I'll let you go first.
Well, Deshaun Nix, he's not G League Ignite. He on the Rockets.
Yeah, he's on the Rockets G League team. He's been hooping. He won G League Player of the Week. He's been having like 30-point games and stuff like that too. So shout out to you.
We're you know who I haven't been hearing about?
Isaiah Todd.
No. Should I be seeing him on the bench? I'm happy for him. What's his He might still be in high school. Where Hardy at? He's still in high school?
No, he's on the Ignite.
Ain't been hearing nothing about him.
Because there's not a lot of it's not a lot of forward facing G League like information that's readily available. You have to go dig for it. But the people who do it, shout out to y'all because y'all good at it.
So those are the only 2 guys I really know. Scoot and Henderson. I mean Scoot and Hardy. So whichever one you don't want, nah, they don't.
You gotta go first. You drafting.
Yeah.
So you draft your 7, and I'll. You know what I'm saying.
I'll take Hardy just because I've seen it just a little bit more than Scoot.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go 7 straight?
Yeah.
And then first and second year guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my team has no young bulls, huh? So I can't take nobody from the Wiggins.
What you mean? You can. You can take Corey Kispert.
I don't know.
You can take Denny Avdia.
Yeah, somebody better take him. He should be in the game. Yeah, that's gonna be my honorary guy. I'm gonna take my boy Denny.
Well, first of all, you should do like your first pick. After you pick your G League, pick your first pick, because there's a lot of people you can choose.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why I act like it's not. So first, give me Cade because these games gonna be going to 21, 25. So
well, the first games are going to 50, and then the second, the championship's 25.
So I need my buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Cade. Then my 2.
I got my fingers crossed. You don't take my guy.
That's what I'm trying to take because I don't want to take everybody. So I'm definitely gonna leave some niggas out there.
All right, we'll swing it. We'll do first. So you did your G League guy and your first pick. I'll do my G League guy. The team I'm building, I'm gonna pick Marjon Beauchamp. Because he's a wing. He's from Seattle. I don't remember who he played with in high school. I don't remember what team he was on, and he's from Seattle. I'm gonna go with Marjon Beauchamp, and my first pick is gonna be Anthony Edwards.
Trip. Shit. Definitely trip. All right, give me my second pick. Give me Evan Mobley.
Okay. Second pick. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Scotty Barnes.
Damn, I was just about to say that. Fuck. All right. Shit. Give me I want to see them. I hope that they don't. I want to see them against each other because this nigga Jalen Green trying to act like it's smoke. But give me Jalen Green.
Okay. I need a bigger player. Third pick, and I'm not pulling it up because I don't want to like do that. I just want to come off the top of my head. Third pick. I want to take him, but I feel like it's a reach. I'm gonna go with Big O, Onyeka Okongwu. I need a big man who can run the floor, finish lobs, and stuff like that.
I don't got no defense. Except for Mobley. Give me that boy Okoro.
Okay, you got my boy Ice. Shout out to Ice.
Sure.
Shout out to Ice.
Wait a minute. What year is Darius Garland? This is third year?
Yeah, 3. He was 2019.
I was about to say,
So
he's
him,
fucking up.
Ja, Zion, that's year 3. So you just 2020 and 2021.
What we got?
Who did you just
Two
you
more
just
players?
picked Ice? No, 3. You just picked your fourth guy. My fourth guy, I'm gonna take Desmond Bain. This is hard.
Give me Kuminga. That boy Kuminga been playing.
Oh, you see when he boofed on Josh Green?
Boofed on his ass.
You know what's crazy? Going into the season, I feel like a lot of people felt this way. That's like this tapped in like that. I felt like Moses Moody would have had more of an impact than Jonathan Kuminga, and it's been the opposite.
Understandable though.
But, yeah,
Kuminga fits the present day NBA.
he could play small ball 5, and it works. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Two great picks though.
Yeah, my number 5 pick, I'm going to go with Josh Giddey. Because I need a guy that's willing to pass the ball a lot. And I know Anthony Edwards is not going to do that. No shade, though, but he want to get his buckets. He just had 40 with no assists. I'm cool. Yeah, we need a point guard.
Josh Giddey definitely want to swing that ball. I gotta start
There's a guy there that if he makes the All-Star team, then he's not going to be available. But, yeah.
Second year guy making the All-Star? Oh, you talking about
LaMelo. I don't know if I should put him on the team or not because I don't know if he'll play. But, yeah. We're just going to exclude LaMelo just assuming that he's an all-star.
Yeah. Because if he didn't, we definitely fucked up.
Yeah, he was going to be my number 1 pick if it wasn't Anthony Edwards.
So what I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a whole 5. So who am I coming off?
Who do you have?
K, Jalen,
1 and 2, 3,
Kuminga,
4,
and
Mobley. Okay. And mine right now is I'm gonna put it in the order of how they would play: Giddey, Edwards, Scotty. I don't have a 4 yet. I don't have another forward, so I'm gonna put Marjon Beauchamp, and then I had Big O. And then I have
I'll be perfect for them type of
and I
games.
have Desmond Bain as a shooter because I need somebody that can shoot that bitch. I know.
Is it my pick?
Say that again.
Is it my pick or your pick?
It's yours.
Give me Moses. Give me a shooter too. Give me Moses.
Okay. Fudge. I need a wing / forward. I'm struggling right now. Name me a team.
Ooh, so I don't know if they got what you looking for now.
He's hurt.
Yeah, that would have been perfect though.
Yeah.
Blazers. I don't know if they got one.
I'm not taking Greg Brown. Desir Little just got hurt too, so.
Yo, I thought he was gonna be. I mean, he's still young, but I definitely thought he was gonna be that. Looking at his high school shit, that nigga crazy.
Bro, why am I blanking on this right now? I know this shit.
What about Suns? Go to boy Jalen Smith. You want to? Big bodies.
But I need. Hold on. I'm getting closer though. I'm getting closer.
Celtics. I don't know if they got what you need.
I can't take Grant Williams, so no. Fuck it. I'm caving. I'm going to Basketball Reference. I'm sorry. Basketball Reference. I need like a 3-4. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say Jeremiah Robinson Earl at least for the 4.
No, give me Obi Toppin.
Back.
Yeah, give me Obi Toppin. That's my my 6th player, and I know who I'm gonna pick with my 7th because that's my guy, and I fucked up by not taking him earlier. And there's other guys that. Oh shit, I'm fucking up. Oh, brother. I'm looking at this board and I'm like, oh, guys, but there's 2 other teams, so we're only picking 2 teams, so they're gonna go for sure.
I need me a big man.
You want Udoka as a Buki?
This nigga ain't played yet.
Oh man.
Man, give me Jalen Smith just because he's from around the way, man.
Okay, I can respect it. I respect it. I know this is my guy. This is an honorary pick. I'm going with my boy Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, we both voted on that. He's been supposed to be picked.
But you pick your last pick, and I'll tell you who we missed on.
Yeah, I think that was my last pick.
Name your guys off again.
I got Cade, Jalen, Isaac, Kaminga, Mobley, Jalen Smith, and who the fuck did I say before that?
You got Jaden Hardy. That's your 7. That's your 7.
Oh, and Moses. Did I say Moses?
Yeah, but that's 8. So you got to cut somebody. I will cut Moses.
Yeah.
Sorry, Moses. Yeah. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I will cut Hardy. Just because I ain't.
But you have to pick. You have to have him.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess Moses got to go.
Okay.
Damn.
Mine is Scotty Barnes, Anthony Edwards, Josh Giddey, Onyeka Okongwu, Desmond Bane, Marjon Beauchamp, and who's my last guy? Who did I say I was gonna take again? Hold on, let me go back.
Did you say Obi?
Yes, Obi Toppin. That's my 7.
Yeah.
And I have to cut Tyrese Maxey, unfortunately. Sorry, Tyrese.
Yeah, we definitely both voted on that.
Okay, so who we didn't pick? Okay.
Quickly.
Yes. Tyrese Halliburton, which is a big one. I was looking for a big man, and I didn't take Precious Achiuwa, which is fine. I don't really care.
I was thinking about Wiseman, but
Wiseman's still hurt. So yeah.
Can't see him.
Who else is on this list? If you wanted a high flyer, you could get Kenyon Martin Jr. From this year. Neither one of us picked Franz Wagner. Yeah, we missed Cole Anthony too. He's gonna be in the dunk contest.
Yeah, I saw that. I like that.
Yeah. You said JRE. Nobody picked Herb Jones. I would have picked Herb Jones.
I hope he do get picked up.
Nobody.
He's gonna get picked up.
Io.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said the Bulls. Damn, some guys.
Yeah.
Yo, he's playing even better than I thought he would.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That boy Io.
He is. I didn't know what role he would play, but I didn't, for some reason, because he was a star player at Illinois, I didn't think of him as a role player, which kind of made me not feel comfortable about him at the NBA level.
Well, we knew he was going to have to be, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And...
You know how he fit in that role. He a hooper.
You know who... I'm going to tell you a couple of rookies that I've been noticing that's been hooping. You know what I'm saying? Zaire Williams...
He's been starting.
Yeah, because Dylan Brooks is still out. And Desmond Bain missed a couple of games because of COVID and stuff like that. But yeah, he's been getting his minutes. He's been making the most of it. For some reason, Jalen Suggs is flying under the radar in Orlando because it's Orlando, I guess.
He's balling too. He's definitely balling. He just keep getting fucking hurt.
Yeah.
He need
Um,
to chill.
the other night, James Booknight was getting his game off. I need James Booknight to get more minutes. When they was playing the Raptors, he was getting his shit off. He was in 10 minutes. He had like 10 points. He was getting to the line. He had some crazy finishes. He had like an and one. He was playing some solid defense. I need James Booknight to get some minutes. I know it's hard because you got a lot of guards, but get that man some minutes.
If you say that, I forgot about my guy. I would have took him over Jalen Green in a heartbeat.
James
Cade,
Booknight.
Jalen Green. Yeah, on my team, give me Cade and Jalen Green. I mean, Cade and Booknight. Because Booknight is automatic. But God,
Who else? Delano
he's
Ben
probably
has
like
been
the
in.
worst team.
Delano Benton has been in their rotation for a while.
Who?
Delano Benton for the Raptors.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm surprised doesn't get any minutes for the Knicks? Jericho Sims.
Yeah.
He's only played in 15 games.
Hell no. I would do it on the Pelican. I'm like, nigga got a case.
Herb Jones,
No,
Jose Alvarado.
no, dude like Jericho Sims from Texas.
Oh, you're
Well,
talking about
is he from Texas?
yeah. Why am I not remembering bro name? I fuck with
They
him.
both from Texas.
I like him.
Yeah, me too. He a good player.
He was in 2019 with Jackson Hayes.
Yeah. That shit came up on the bottom and he said he got a case. I was like, dang. Oh, that's not true.
I don't know.
Okay, no.
Who else is on this list? Guys that just missed the game because it's only year 1 and 2 from the 2019 draft. Guys that will actually make the game that aren't all stars like Zion and Josh, Darius Garland. No. The first guy will probably be R.J. Barrett, DeAndre Hunter, P.J. Washington, Cam Johnson, Tyler Hero. Who else? Matisse Thybulle, Brandon Clark, Grant Williams, Jordan Poole, Kevin Porter Jr.
So probably why Moses Moody not getting no bump like that. Boy, Poole ahead of him too.
Maybe THT. Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann was a fucking steal. He was a 48th pick in the 2019 draft. You know who? So in the second round, this is the last thing. I always say this, but then it ends up being a whole spiel because I'm me. In this 2019 second round got some quality players. Nick Claxton. Whose name I just passed? He went to Georgia. Nick Claxton.
That nigga looks like the ultimate Atlanta nigga. That is funny as shit. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Nick Claxton, Cody Martin, Daniel Gafford, Eric Pascal, Jalen Noel.
Daniel Gafford's only in his third year.
Yeah.
I nigga look old as shit.
THT, Terrence Mann, Jalen McDaniels for the Hornets. Yeah.
What's that dude from Washington? Is that G?
Jalen is the one that plays for the Hornets. He went to San Diego State. And then the other one went to Washington. That's Jaden. Jaden went in the first round. Where is he at? What the fuck? No, I think Jaden was 2020.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Jaden was 2020. He was. You know who picked him? The Lakers. But it was probably a part of some type of trade or something. Who else was in non-lottery players in 2019 that are valuable? Obviously, Matisse Thybulle, Brandon Clark, Grant Williams, Darius Baisley, Jordan Poole, Keldon Johnson, and Kevin Porter Jr.
Keldon Johnson ineligible? Yeah.
Yeah, he's 2019.
I was thinking about him and KPJ. I was definitely thinking about that thing.
KPJ was to get in that game. Oh my god, people will probably love him because I know it's a group of people that don't like him. But yeah,
But that's
You know
also
who else we missed? That could have been added. Alperen Şengün.
around the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pro.
He's
Nigga from
great.
Spain.
Nah, he's from Turkey, from Istanbul.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking
No,
of
he's
that.
not from Istanbul. He's from. I'm gonna butcher this name. It's spelled Giresun. Turkey. Yeah, he's averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists.
They really want my man in his head.
I don't know. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, they gonna fuck around with our head. We
All right, folks. That is the end of the episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. Shout out to my boy Gabe from earlier. Appreciate that, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And until next time, folks, stay cozy.